Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your love snapshot for June 2017. This video is for the Earth sign of Virgo for June 2017. It is a short 3-card spread for to give just a little glimpse of what may potentially lay ahead on the path of love and romance for those of you in relationships, both established and new or young relationships, and also those of you who are single and dating or single and thinking about getting back into the dating scene. Remember that they're general readings. As we always say, there's so many of you watching, so they're not going to mean the same for everyone who watches. How could they? So check your rising and your moon sign videos as well for additional clarification. You may find that they play out a little more predictively for you this month. Because, again, there's so many of you watching, so everybody's got different, not every Virgo is going to resonate with this video, and so on and so forth. Thank you very much for continuing to follow, those of you who do, for all your support and feedback, and also to those of you who keep me so busy with one-on-one readings. And as always, if any of you are interested in a personal reading with me, you haven't read with me before, click on that About or Description button on my channel's homepage for more information and my email address, which is Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be happy to work with you. I do readings full-time 6 days a week, so turnaround time is pretty fast. Right now it's anywhere from a few days upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within 2 weeks. So if you're interested, send me an email. We'll go from there. So moving right along, Virgo, let us see what potentially lies ahead in love and romance for Virgo for the month of June 2017. For those attached and those of you who are single. A glimpse of love and romance, a snapshot of love for the singles and those who are attached for love and romance, June 2017. Okay, Virgo. We begin with the Ten of Pentacles. In the middle, we have the Ten of Cups. Wow. And the Queen of Cups. One of the other signs had a very, very similar feeling to their love snapshot too. I don't remember who it was. I'm curious as to whether it was another earth sign or not. That lovely grounded, centered sort of feeling. We have two tens. Tens, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Tens both represent the end of cycle, completion kind of energy. And then we also have the Queen of Cups, which energetically speaking, the Queen of Cups has come up a lot in readings, both the love snapshots and the generals this month too, and in personal readings with clients I've done too. She seems to be showing her face a lot this month. This could be, the Queen of Cups could represent you, the energy that you're manifesting or needing to manifest. It could represent someone who is significant to you, maybe a relationship partner or potential relationship partner, someone you may meet if you're single and looking this month. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or someone who strongly manifests the character traits. It's showing up as a queen, as a female, but of course it is a general reading. There's many of you watching, so it could just as easily be a male. Gender, often too, in readings, can also reference a feminine or male aspect of their characteristic in whatever situation that reading's about as well. Even if they're showing up as like the opposite gender, it just represents an aspect of who we are in any particular situation. So keep that in mind when we see them. It doesn't necessarily mean in a physical gender orientation way. And energetically speaking, the Queen of Cups is intuition, spirituality. This is about your feelings. Queens and kings have reached the mastery of their suit. So she's someone very well grounded in her feelings and she trusts in them. This is a card often when it shows up as advice to touch base with your feelings, get in touch with yourself, your instinct, your intuition, your connection with the divine, and allow that to be the thing that guides you, even if it appears to be in conflict with your external environment or other people's opinions or advice. Sometimes it can be very difficult to follow our own instincts and intuition when we live in a world where it might be in conflict with what's around us. But when this card shows up, it's almost always advice to do that. Trust your feelings and your instincts and your intuition. And it could just be that some of you, it's just a more emotional, we do have 2 cup cards, more emotional month this month for love and love and romance part of your life. You may be feeling more soft, more loving, more nurturing, which the Queen of Cups definitely is, more spiritual, more intuitive. Pay attention to those flashes of insight and those dreams. And then we have these 2 tens. The 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. So definitely a completion energy. Beautiful energy too. I am getting that for a very small portion of you, and this is for those of you who are in an established relationship, and I feel like you've been in it for a long time. You could be considering maybe the relationship coming to an end. You might be in, I don't feel like it's a negative energy thing. It just may be, maybe considering whether or not it's time for you to move on from this. But I feel like for a very small portion of you from that is, there's not, it's not like, it's more of a it's run its course kind of feeling than anything really negative, like the relationship is really bad, it's really rocky. It just could be in a place where it's kind of run its course, and it may be you may be kind of touching base with your feelings and asking your guides for clarity on whether or not you should move on from this or not. Some of you in established relationships, since this has both the solidity of the 10 of Pentacles and then the the lovely emotional continuity of the 10 of Cups. This is like an emotional completeness, fulfillment of marriage, home, family, children, blessings, kind of the happily ever after card. And then the 10 of Pentacles also has a focus on home and family as well. This is more about the emotional structure of home and family and love, and this is more about the physical structure, kind of how things work, the nuts and bolts of it. Some of you in established relationships could have reached a milestone. You could be celebrating, an anniversary. You could be moving into your own first home, selling your home. Maybe something coming to an end. Maybe the last child's leaving the house. Something's kind of coming to a completion stage, but in a really nice, solid, okay, now it's time to graduate naturally to the next step kind of way. Some of you in relationships that are you haven't been together for very long, you may be having some conversations or kind of touching base with your feelings on, okay, this is going really well so far, so where are we going to go from here? And perhaps it's all about the goal being, to stay together, a long-term relationship that leads to home, that leads to marriage and building a home and a life together. Some of you may be finding out that you may be giving birth or finding out that you're pregnant as well. This could be, the family kind of growing as a whole. You may be merging families together as well. It kind of marks this end of one phase and the beginning of another, but in a really very blessed kind of natural sort of way. For those of you dating and looking or thinking about getting back into the dating process, I feel like, and this is where the similarities for another sign came up. I just don't remember which other sign. It's about keeping in mind, trusting your instinct and your intuition in the dating decisions you make and who you choose to invest building relationships with or invest the potential of building relationships in. Keep your long-term goal in mind. Because the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups is really what the kind of big picture goal relationship that you want, if what you're wanting is a long-term relationship or marriage, just a relationship that has these lovely solid roots, not only in how the relationship is on an emotional level, but kind of how the structure of the relationship is, how you guys get along well together and navigate your lives together and communicate. Keep that in mind as you're dating, or when you're, for those of you who have been dating a particular person, you're just dating around, have fun. It's always, have fun, but keep in mind what you really want, and make sure that any serious relationship decisions you make or dating decisions you make kind of match or move you closer to the ultimate relationship goals that you want. I mean, if what you're looking for actively is a long-term relationship or a relationship that leads to marriage, particularly if you have children or you want to have children, make sure that when you meet someone, you may meet someone and you may like them and they like you and you get along well and it feels really good, but they're not really wanting kind of the same thing that you're wanting down the road. And a lot of times I think we're tempted to kind of keep dating them, which means that you actually start building a relationship with that person. And then we usually end up down the road in this unhappy place because what we really want are two different things, and we should have made that decision and that choice in the beginning. So I'm feeling more of a focus on just keeping that in mind, what you want. Go out and have a good time, but in terms of investing more, investing in an actual relationship and who you're looking for too. Don't just take the first person that comes along or somebody that, shows interest, or even somebody where the energy feels good. If once you find out kind of maybe what they're looking for in relationships, which we usually know pretty early on in dating somebody. So just kind of keep the big picture in mind. There's also a sense for those of you who are single. The Queen of Cups, I sometimes get this poignant waiting sort of sensation, probably a lot because of the artwork on Cyril Marchetti's Queen of Cups in the Gilded Tarot. There's this sense of kind of waiting. She's holding her cup of love. She's ready to kind of hand it out. But right now, she's just kind of waiting. She's keeping in touch with her emotions, in tune with her feelings. She's not going to be spontaneous or impulsive. She's waiting for just the right thing, and just the right relationship, which is this Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So there is this kind of energy for those of you single of waiting for the right one, not being too spontaneous or impulsive and jumping right into a relationship. I mean, in terms of a committed relationship or commitment, but waiting for the right one, because Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, this is beautiful, beautiful energy. And again, those of you who are in a long-term established relationship or marriage, there may be a sense of, okay, where do I go from here? It's may have been kind of lackluster for a long time. You may be considering whether or not to make a major change or a separation there. And those of you in long-term relationships, this contemplation, keeping in touch with your feelings and your intuition about a certain portion of your lives coming to an end stage. It could be a variety of other things as well. There's so many of you watching. It could be retirement. It could be, grandchildren being born or children being born, depending on your age group. There's so many of you watching. The kind of overall fundamental energy is make sure that what you're doing, stay in touch with your feelings, your instincts, your intuition, your guides, and make sure that what you're working for, what you have and what you're working for is really, it fits that big picture of what you want. And don't settle for less than that. And if it means waiting a little bit longer, then wait a little bit longer for that as well, for those of you who are single. So Virgo, that pretty much wraps up your love snapshot for June 2017. I know it isn't everything that everybody would want it to be, but we can only do so much in the little glimpses. So I hope that it's brought a little bit of insight and wisdom. It's a lovely little bright reading. I really quite like it. Thank you for watching, Virgo. Remember always that I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks for the mid-month generals. And until then, I wish you well. Take care. Bye-bye.